Back, folks. You're hanging out with the Marco boys, and we are happy to have you back on this miserably hot day. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Come on, guys. It doesn't cost nothing, and every time you get one, it just pisses Barry off more. Also, feel free to leave a like and a comment. We love the likes and we love the comments. So, this fucking mutt ain't doing that. We got this guy so fucked up.
Did you see him on PlayStation?
Yeah. That was hilarious. It's like everything else in life. If he doesn't have somebody to stand on, he's shit. You got fucked up in that game, Barry. I can't even believe you posted that.
Barry, why don't you go one-on-one with Jeff?
Yeah. We can do it now. You're on the 5.
That might get you some fucking views. I'm sure it would.
As a matter of fact, guys, I'm going to make it a point to try to find this prick, because I got a 5 now, and now that he's playing, I don't know. That's obviously a new account. I'm going to see if I can find it, and if I can some way pop in on a session with him, I'll be sure to fire this camera up. And, yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so since the prick ain't doing nothing, Dad, his head must be spinning. He don't know what the fuck to do.
There's nothing he can do.
I bet you he's beating the fuck out of Ryan right now.
Who knows?
It's okay, Dad.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He's getting what he deserves.
Okay, so this one's Mr. Obvious returns with another shitter. This time it's Nightmare Man. One dummy.
I don't remember that one, do you?
Hi, guys. You're back with us here at Beaver Sun Garage, and we appreciate you coming back, and we appreciate all our subscribers and our viewers, and we really do. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
You don't have a heart.
We appreciate all the great comments we've been getting, but today,
where's the great comments?
it's a Mr. Obvious show, and you guys know what that means.
See how many comments he's got.
Nightmare Man. On my little short clip video I had.
Now, guys, make sure to take a look at this fucking slip. I'll try to pause it the next time we get a view of it. Take a look at this mutt's riding. You can't even read it.
It's just short.
Showing a couple little cars. Says, these hoarders just can't be made to understand. That's just because they aren't saving these anymore. They're destroying them. These hoarders just can't be made to understand that they aren't saving anything. They're destroying it. Sell it. Get it.
He can't.
Get it in the hands of someone who will fix it. Don't let them sit and rot.
That's right.
And be destroyed.
Right. 100% right.
God.
Listen.
This guy, Nightmare Man 1, he's got a YouTube channel with 55 subs, 256 videos, 14 years on YouTube. August 16, 2009 was the year that he made his channel. Oh. He's got 25,399 views.
You ain't shit.
Well, let me tell you something, Nightmare.
Watch, you
Man,
ain't
you
shit.
don't know everything. You think you know some and you don't know shit. Majority of these cars, we saved them.
Oh, yeah.
They were in the junkyard.
Where they belong.
Were going to be crushed. They were going to be parted out. Let's see here. Let's go out here and start with let's start with this one right here.
Every one of these cars are a custom Barry. I call it the custom Barry.
Yeah, he took them cars from like going quick to really making them suffer to rot. If they're in the junkyard, they were no good. Or parts or something.
68 Buick Skylark.
There we go.
Was in a tow yard, and
should have stayed
that
there.
guy was going to scrap it.
Should have.
So my son paid him the $800 he wanted for it, saved it from being scrapped.
He got fucked.
And he drove the wheels off this thing. The engine finally let go, and I put another engine in. Oh. So I saved another car. And right now it's got to have a dent in the oil pan. That the engine we bought had a dent in the oil pan.
Stop fucking rocking in that fucking
Put a brake line on it. I just put tires on it.
Oh,
my boys going to start driving this car.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
okay, here's another one over here. 1972 Mustang that was being parted out. The engine was missing. Both fenders were missing. Transmission was gone. He was hit the left front and hit on the rear. I straightened it out as best I could.
Look at that.
And it needs to be more.
That's a fucking Seaman build right there,
and
guys.
This car was going to the scrapyard. It was already gutted, stripped out. The drivetrain was already robbed out of it. It was going to the junkyard. And we saved it. Okay?
You towed it from one junkyard to another junkyard. You saved it. I
The
saved
same guy I
it.
got that
Look at
car
the
from,
shit.
the 72 Mustang. He had this 68 Skylark,
Oh, here we go.
and it was already being parted out. The rear
Here
end
we
was
go.
missing. It was it was on its way to the junkyard. They already did. They robbed the rear end out, sold the rear end, and I bought it with no title, no rear end. Had it towed home. I put a rear end in it. I got a title for it.
Oh,
And this car is back on the road. So
Do you-
I moved in
do
fucking
you
8
really
years.
believe that? Did you hear that? The
Yeah.
car, but then he got it retailed. He ain't fucking smart enough.
Put a rear end
I
in.
will bet that over fucking 3/4 of those cars
And
don't
this
have
car
titles.
is back on the road.
Yeah.
Mare, man.
You're lying,
One.
Barry. You're fucking lying.
So we
to the
looked his
guy.
channel up just for the hell of it. We
Yeah.
looked his channel
Here
up
we
to see
go.
what
Yeah.
he was about, and he's a joke. His channel's a joke.
Barry, kind of like you.
You're a joke.
You're the
Barry.
biggest joke on fucking YouTube.
And so we just left him a comment telling him,
If you take poor man's views and you take our views and you take everyone, you understand there's over 300,000 fucking views of people watching
That's
your bullshit.
600,000 eyes, Barry. Could be someone.
our plans are with his comment.
Whatever.
That's
It's the
a lot.
same.
And
Yeah.
he's not going to like it, I'm sure.
Nobody likes you, you little pedophile
Nobody.
bitch.
Everybody hates you, Barry. So not even that they don't like you. They hate you.
Okay.
Fucking
Here's
hate
this
your
guy's
guts. You're
channel.
a rotten person. You're a pedo. You're a racist.
Nightmare Man,
Look,
we're calling
Fucking assault
everybody.
a kid
Check his
with
channel out.
autism.
Yeah, go check the guy.
He's got just 55 subs, 256 videos.
Yeah.
He's a joke.
What are you,
Look at those
Barry?
videos. Here he is. Anybody know what kind of venomous steak this is?
Oh, I remember this one.
Somebody
Oh,
came
yeah.
through the drive-through. I looked at the
Oh
ID
yeah,
and
that's got a
said,
commercial,
"Mindy,
guys.
you knew
I
it."
got 'em
Right
too.
there. I said,
Yeah, we know.
"Hi, Mindy." And this person just drove away. I had a hold put on the account. She kind of saved the day. She's
Real
like,
quick, I gotta say this. I read the comment. Did you see that comment that someone had wrote to Barry about, how could you, do you have any self-respect? Like, you show your property, you show all this shit. You know your property, you don't clean yourself, you don't,
Oh,
nothing.
yeah. The one. It was on. Well, he
That comment.
didn't know what the word clean meant. And yeah, I read
that
it. I
is
read it.
that was Barry Beamer to a T.
That guy did a good job.
No self-respect.
That guy must.
Oh,
That
guardian
guy
angel.
must know
Says to
him.
skip it. Here it is.
Alright,
Look at the
dudes,
finger.
I just moved this pallet of pavers, and I think I got like a freaking copperhead on my truck.
Look at that finger.
Oh,
Oh,
That's what
God,
I didn't
it's like
bite you.
fucking dead finger. It's a dead finger.
He's got a seriously
You
triangular
guys can
head.
see that. So he's got a venomous snake right there on his trailer, on his tractor trailer,
what are you,
and
Steve
he's such
Irwin?
an
No.
idiot. He don't even know what that is.
This fucking guy.
That's a copperhead, dude.
Dude. Look at that mutt in the background. He hears it.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
bad it didn't bite him.
Yeah.
Listen
You're a
to that.
fucking scumbag, Barry.
So, anyways,
I think that.
this guy here calls us a hoarder
You are.
and says that we're not saving anything.
You're
We're
not.
destroying
You're not.
it. Okay?
Absolutely.
Well, dude, that's your opinion, okay? And
Fact,
you're entitled
Barry.
to it, okay?
Hey, look, there's
But keep
Hoffa's
it to
car.
yourself next time. You're a YouTuber just like me, and when you leave a nasty comment, it's gonna get to me. And then you left your fingerprint of who you are. I know who you are.
Big deal, Barry.
You're a dumbass. You're a jackass.
Jerks off.
You're a fucking idiot.
You got
Anybody know what kind of venomous snake this is?
Oh,
You
yeah,
ever
it's a
thought
fu-
about going to YouTube and looking it up? Jackass.
Yeah, you're real
There's nothing funny
Barry.
about that,
The
Barry.
guys, go to
funny,
his
Barry.
channel.
You realize
Let
how
him know what you
stupid
think
you
about
look?
him. Nightmare One. You should call yourself Nightmare on Elm Street because you're a nightmare. Your channel's
At
just
least the guy's
ridiculous.
fucking working.
You're an asshole. You're a dumbass. And now you're on the Mr. Obvious show. Yeah. So you might get some subscriptions. Guys, don't subscribe to him.
Don't
Leave
subscribe to
comments
him.
on his channel. Let him know how you feel about him. With his nasty comment he
Yeah,
left
they'll
on
do
my
that
channel.
for you, Barry.
Hoarder. Just
You
can't
are.
be made to understand. They aren't saving anything. They're destroying it.
Listen to that
You're
fucking
a fucking
voice.
dumbass, dude. I took this car right
You
out of
wonder
the
why
You
you
don't
don't
even
got
have a
a-
man's voice.
The
Don't
grips
wonder why
of-
you don't have a broad.
Yeah, hell, this car was going to go to the scrapyard. The rear end was gone. It had no title.
Yeah.
This car was destined to be junked.
Guys, look at the fucking plate that's on
It
that.
doesn't go. That car hasn't moved in how many years?
And look, he had one of his RT badges
Oh, yeah.
on it. He's just stupid, man.
I
Lying
bought it.
fuck.
I put a
He's a
rear end in
liar.
it. I got a title for it.
Fucking,
And this car runs and drives.
his whole life's
Dumbass.
a lie.
What'd you do? Take
Every
the
car
Hey,
runs
and
Barry,
drives.
what'd you
Okay,
do?
the
Commandeer his
1964
kid's PlayStation?
Dodge
Listen.
880.
Huh?
My son bought it out of a junkyard.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was like, we don't need that car. And my boy was just persistent. My son was, no, Dad, I want this car. And we bought it for $680.
And you got fucked.
And we looked online, and these pieces right here, these little fender envelopes here, there's two of them. They're $600, $300 a piece. And this car is a
Liar.
But Barry, now that now those cars are all stained. Now you understand, because a racist pedophile fucking
Yeah, I wouldn't even buy the parts.
no, but that it's stained.
Yeah.
It's once he
Well, it
touches
could be
it,
famous.
it's-
You know, this came from the. famous
Yeah,
Barry
but that would be like
collection.
having one of Jeffrey Dahmer's things.
That's
It's the
true.
same
That's
thing.
true.
This guy's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sick
yeah.
fucking weirdo.
a trove of parts. It's worth a fortune in the parts. A
He's a
two-door.
predator.
Most of
Yes.
the four-doors out there. They made cop cars out of these in 64. A lot of them are cop cars, and a lot of them are four-doors.
And again, Barry, not a predator like you're a tough guy. You're like a predator like you're just a
You're a
sick
disease,
fuck. Yeah.
Barry. You're a disease. That's what you
The
are. a
cool
disease.
ones, according to Richard Rollins, the two-door is a cool car, and four-doors, two doors too
There we
many.
go with
But we like the four-doors around here. But according to him, two-doors are cool, the four-doors aren't. But that's his opinion, too.
You know more than him, Barry.
But anyways, we bought this out of a junkyard and saved it from being scrapped. Or parted, actually, it would have been parted out first, and then it would have been scrapped. So, you know,
Yeah.
it
we
would have been
saved,
potted out. And now all it did was it went from a junkyard to your nasty fucking lawn, and now it just hosts a bunch of dead kittens.
That's all it does.
That's
rotten
why you know how
from
many
the
dead
bottom
cats.
up, Barry.
Ugh.
of course, you guys. You guys all know this. We buy them, we get them cheap, we fix them up,
Yeah.
we play with them, we buy another one.
Yeah. I haven't bought many
Yeah,
lately.
bought
There's
Barry.
many.
86 cars and trucks here.
No, there ain't.
This guy looks at a little 1-minute clip,
No
thinks he
86
knows all there
cars
is to
there.
know about
There,
being in
none.
some garage.
I don't know.
And
I
he don't
really
know
wish
shit.
I did know how many exactly.
Nightmare one. You're a dumbass.
There's a lot of cars there.
Maybe 40.
So there we
Oh,
go
there's
again.
a lot of cars
Another
there.
I can
Mr.
name
Know-it-all
almost
thinks he
every one
knows
of
all
them.
and then
I know,
some,
but,
don't know shit.
I feel
Nightmare
like if there
man
wasn't
one.
80s, you know, the people would
There's
be
no
on
Yeah,
there.
you should have called yourself Nightmare on Elm Street, dude, because you're just a complete ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ass.
he's dumbass, you know.
That's where him and his boy
This
Cam.
car was owned
Yeah.
by, I think he was on crack
in
or
one
meth.
There we go,
He
listen.
was a drug head,
Yep.
and this car was going to probably end up at a junkyard, and that's where it
Doubt
was
that,
going to
Barry.
go.
Doubt that.
But I ended up trading him out of it, and the car that he got from me that I traded, that car did end up at a towing yard, a junkyard.
Huh.
And the guy that owns the junkyard sent me a letter in the mail telling me I owe him $3,000 for towing for a car I didn't own anymore because I traded the guy that Challenger, 72 Challenger, for that car. So that Challenger wasn't mine, but it was still in my name. The guy didn't, and I didn't do it. I knew better.
Was it Barry?
I should have known better. I should have made sure I
Dad,
put it in his
was
name before
name.
What?
I ever
It
let
was
the title
still
and
in
car
his
go,
name,
yeah.
and I didn't. I just
That's
signed
a
the back of it,
bullshit
gave him the
story,
title,
Bob.
figured he'd
Yeah.
do it. Well,
It's a
he didn't.
bullshit story.
I did it. I put the thing in my name. And it's a real Roadrunner.
Barry.
And this thing here would have ended up at Lindale Junkyard, too.
I
If it
doubt
wasn't for
it.
me. Actually, it
He
wasn't
got that
Lindale.
car
It
and
was
he tried to do
Nicholsville
the timing
Junkyard.
chain, and that was it.
Yeah.
Every car's
And
timing chain.
I got stories like this car was bought in a junkyard. I bought that car in a junkyard.
should've
I
said
saved
that.
it, too.
Yeah.
I mean, the stories that I have that
It's all
are
bullshit.
true will just go on and on and
That I
on
have that are
forever, guys.
true.
If I do every car that, we've done some, explaining where these cars came from the last couple of videos.
I'll bet you Barry probably has weaseled a lot of those cars out of,
Oh,
from
yeah.
underneath
He
people.
took them from that. Probably free.
How we got them, how much we paid for them. That one there, I traded a dirt bike. It was going to the junkyard too, the 72 Mach 1. And we saved it. All right, guys. I'm done with my rant video today. Mr. Obvious made his point again, you know.
What happened to
some
Mr.
people think
Obvious?
they know it all,
Where is he
and
back?
they
He
don't know
died?
nothing.
He's in the house
Porter,
crying.
you know what, dude? I've been
Please
told
pick it
by
on
my
me.
brother,
Listen.
by strangers, you know. Just eat shit and die, okay?
Well, that's
You
just
wanna
saying.
be-
It acts like it's 16.
You're never going to be anything with an attitude like that in life. You're never going to get anywhere, you know. And I had some really good comments from some other viewers. And one guy
really?
said something on the Mach 1, the 69 Mach 1. He's like, man,
Here we go.
I want that car. It's got
Show
a
us that
Cleveland and
comment,
4-speed. Well, no. The 69 Mustang, the 69 model year, didn't have a 351 Cleveland. They didn't come out till 1970. And I know all this because the great Bob Martin was a big Ford freak, and he taught me a lot of things. And that's one thing I learned early on when I was 16 years old. That a 69 Mustang Mach 1, just a Mustang or Mach 1, didn't come out with a Cleveland. It wasn't until 1970 that they came out with the Cannon arranged valve 351 Cleveland. This car has a Windsor in it, 351 Windsor. He saw 351 and mistaken the valve cover for a Cleveland. And there's no
Is this
mistake,
giving us a
I'll tell you.
reason? No.
A Cleveland's a monster.
He
It's got
can't
big
pull those
ports and
pins.
big exhaust
Listen.
ports, like a big block Chevy. Actually, they're bigger on the Cleveland than they are on the big block Chevy. And the intake ports are huge. Valve covers are huge. A lot of people think it's a big block. No, it's not. A 351 Cleveland is a small block. How do I know? I'm a Ford guy. That's how I know. I know a lot about
Henry
Fords. I've been around
fucking
all
Ford.
kinds of people that taught me
Henry.
everything they know, and
Call
I'm like
Henry
a
from now
sponge.
on.
I soaked it up, you know.
Mr.
And
Ford.
of course, after that
He
wreck,
soaked
I've
it up.
lost a lot of my memory.
Oh, God.
But it's
Ford
coming
guy.
back.
Look at this.
Slowly but surely, it's coming back. Hey,
Oh,
what's
for the
up,
big
Sam?
wreck.
Oh, look.
True. But
Peanut butter.
anyways, he sent me a message. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a Cleveland, the valve cover. No,
Yeah, I'm sure he
no,
apologized
it's cool,
to
dude.
you, Barry.
You just
fucking
mistakenly
mutt.
identified a Windsor for a Cleveland, and I'm okay with that. And he was like, oh, man, I want one. You know?
I'm sorry,
still
Barry.
find it.
I
Yeah,
mistaked
they're
you
barn
for a
finds. You find
fucking
it, you know,
troll.
finding them all the time, hidden in
A
barns,
troll.
hidden away somewhere. And you can still get these cars, and you can still get them reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, we did a video recently where we went on eBay, and the cheapest
Look at
69
his head's
Listen
on
to
the
this.
top of the
was
roof.
$69,000.
Yeah,
The
bullshit.
cheapest. Of course, it was
Come
done.
on.
It was painted, interior. It looked immaculate. But that's $70,000. God, you know, I paid $800 for this car. You know, why would I want to
He's
go out and
trying to
spend
do the Derek hand.
It's worth
$70,000,
$500,
you know,
Barry.
plus tax for a car that I already got? You know, I'm not going to do it. Of course,
Nobody wanted to look at that shit.
I already got that car.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys out there can still find them, and you don't have to spend 70 grand. Okay, you're just going to have to do a little searching. You're going to have to dig a little harder than even what we did back in the day. This car was found on a magazine publication called the Trading Post,
Wait a minute.
and they had the guy had this car, and he advertised it on Trading Post for $800, and it was real close to where I lived at, out in Eastgate,
Remember this
Ohio.
story?
It's out in
Oh,
Claremont
God, no,
County.
it's
country
And I
boy.
went right over to the guy's house, and I found the car, and I talked to him.
Take a phone call.
He says, well, I got other people coming. I said, well, yeah, but I'm here before them.
Hello?
I said, what do you want for it? He said, $800. I said, I'll take it. Well, another guy showed up right time I was there, and he walked over to him and said, look, I was a young man. I was probably 20, 21, 22 years old. I was in the early 20s, and the guy says, look, I'll give you $500 more than what that kid offers you. And so he came back to me and
That's
told
a
me, he says,
bullshit story.
he's going to give me
Barry.
500 over top of whatever you offer. I said, really? I said, I can't win, man. There's no way I can win. I said, if I go 1,000, he's going to go 15. If I go 15, he's going to go 2,000. I can't win. I said, look, sir. I said, I'm a local boy. I live around here local. I said, you sell
I'm
me
a
the
local
car,
pedo.
and you'll see it again. And I'll bring it over, and and I'll even let you drive it.
Oh, Barry.
So he sold to me. And that guy had to, pack his shit and leave. And I told him, I said, that guy's not from around here. You'll never see your car again. You sell to me, you'll see your car again, sir. I'll fix it up. I'll work on it. I'll bring it over. I'll take you out in it. I'll let you test
Sure,
drive
he'd be
it.
real
I'll let
happy.
you drive it. And what the situation was with this car was, it was an older man. He was, getting up in the age. Him and his wife she was wanting him to get rid of it and pushed it out of the
Are you
garage. It was sitting
thinking-
on the side of their property.
Barry, are you thinking about it as you make this story up, or is it how do you do this? You're spitting it out pretty good, and it's all bullshit. We can tell.
Grass, and he didn't want to sell it. He did not want to sell it, but his wife made him sell it. And so that, that's another thing I always say, get rid of her. I would get rid of her before I get rid of my car, But okay, he did what he
That's
had
why
to
you
do.
got nobody,
He
Barry.
sold the car. He used to be a fireman.
Sorry,
he
dude,
was,
that was
I think he was
painstaking.
either volunteer
Had to take
fireman
that phone
Taking
call. It was
for the
phone
North
yeah, it
Union
was
Fire
business.
Department out there. And he used to take this vehicle back and forth to the fire station. So he used this to go on fire
Oh
runs.
my God, this is
When he sold it,
This
that
was the
you know,
biggest
part of
bullshit
his,
fucking story Barry told.
his life, was gone.
Man,
Anyway, we brought it home. We put a water pump on it. We put a master cylinder on it. Me and my great friend Steve Sizemore came over and helped because I never put a water pump
what
on
happened to
a Ford
him,
at that
Barry?
point in my life.
Not your friend no more.
And he came over and
He just said that. Did
we
you
got
hear
this
what he
thing
just
going, and I
said?
took
I wasn't
He's
here
a
for it.
Ford guy, but he never put a water pump on one in his life.
Hey, what the fuck? Yeah.
You believe that?
house. I took it back to the guy where I bought it at, just like I told him I would.
Oh, here we
And
go.
I pulled up in his driveway
Here we go.
and I
Yeah.
said, "Hey,
Hey,
here's your car.
here's your
Here's
Are
car.
you ready to go for a ride, or you want to take it out and take it for a test drive?" I promised you. I told you. He said, "Nah." He said, "Nah,
That
I don't want
car's
to drive."
wrecked.
I said, "No, I told you could drive it." He said, "Nah." He says, "Just seeing you come up in the driveway,
What a
with it
bullshit
running
fucking
and
story.
driving." He says,
Barry,
"That's
why
my
don't you
heart
write books?
He says, "I'm sure I'll see you again."
Did
And he
shoot
did.
you
And
up
he said,
here
"I'm
for
sure I'll
that,
see the car
Barry.
again." And he did. And so
You pulled
I
up
lived
somewhere.
up to
Hey,
my word. And that's all you have in this world, is your word.
what's your word
If you
worth?
don't have your word, then you ain't got nothing.
And you ain't got nothing.
And here,
You ain't got
my
shit.
word is gold.
Oh, is
We
it?
tell it like it is. We say it like it is. We show it like it is. And if you don't like it, go to Uncle Tony's. Uncle Tony's garage. We had somebody else called
This
Mr.
fucking
Obvious
guy's
loudmouth. Yeah, that's what Mr. Obvious does. This is a rant video.
Should have
You
fixed your roof.
dumbass. Yeah, I'm a loudmouth. I'm Mr. Obvious. Dumbass.
Your neighbors must think you're
Hi,
fucked.
guys.
Fucking
So
voice.
Mr. Obvious is I'm trying to contain him today. He's not using any foul language, but
That's got to be
He's
from all the
least,
Luckies, huh?
expressing his feelings about this nightmare man. One, eat shit, dude. Eat shit and die.
Barry, you're
See you
eating
next
shit
one, guys.
right now.
Check out my
Barry's
friend
quote.
Ashton
Ah.
They're
Otto.
going to put that on Barry's gravestone. Eat shit and die.
It's
And
incredible.
underneath it's going to say, "We're going to get you."
I missed that. How much did I miss? I missed a little bit there.
Nah, nothing. This is blowing his fucking
Oh, yeah,
game
that
out.
story, though.
Lying. He was lying the story about that Mark one. What a bullshit story.
Everything with him is bullshit.
His life's bullshit. He's bullshit. He's
I
cow
just don't understand why he's not putting any videos out.
'Cause
What's
he's a
going
pussy.
on, Barry?
He's got nothing to say. He can't
Don't
do
think
nothing.
you're gonna do it as
He
a
went
game.
all the way
Barry,
from.
if you're gonna get into gaming, if that's how you're gonna do it, then I'll stop fucking posting videos of gaming. If that's how it's
Listen.
gonna be.
He went from Henry Ford Jr., Master Ford mechanic,
Oh yeah.
to
the best.
killing fucking weeds. And he
No,
couldn't
well,
make-
they went through the landscaping thing. He was
well, that was on the way down.
Wait a minute.
Killing weeds is
Wait,
pretty
let's
much
get
the
it right.
bottom.
So he's the mechanic.
Yeah,
Then he's also the recovery expert,
yeah.
right? And then with all the 5 fucking tractors all
He tracked
you
a
know.
mechanic.
Yep, the landscaping business, weed whackers.
Goofball's a fucking master little engine mechanic.
Oh yeah, they got that down. And then
What else is he?
The weed killer killed more cats than weeds.
Yeah.
I mean,
What else is he? Oh, he got fireman. He's got firefighter
oh
in his
yeah,
blood.
that's in his blood.
What else?
He's a
Now let's tell some of
he's a
good
country. He's a
How
country
about some
boy.
of Barry's good points?
He's a country.
He's a fucking pedo. He's a racist.
These are good points.
He's a fucking thief. He's a drug addict. He's a prescription writer. He
He's a
assaults
fraud. He's a
fucking
fraud.
kids with autism. He assaulted one.
He's a sick fuck. He is a sick fuck.
He backs a fucking kid that killed a 6-week-old baby.
Yeah, that fucking guy.
So what are you, Barry?
I don't.
What are you?
Yeah, it's like this whole.
You're a
The
piece
Barry,
of walking
the
fucking
Barry
shit.
Beamer wormhole that you can go down, it just all leads to the same thing. Shit with kids, and it's just disgusting. It really is. This motherfucker, I don't know. I just
You
don't
know
know
who
how
he
he
looks
gets
like?
away
You know
with
who he
it.
looks like, really? Mr. Potato Head. Remember Mr. Potato
Yeah,
Head?
he's all
Yeah.
just fucking. He's disfigured. Like
No, he's all fucked
he's
up.
fucking one leg's bigger than the other. His fucking
Yeah.
face, like he said, it looks like somebody just took fucking dough and threw it at a skull. I mean, the guy's a fucking mess.
He had to be an orphan.
Who the fuck
He
knows?
had to be a fucking orphan.
I don't know. Maybe it was a science experiment back in the day, because they were doing all kinds of testing and crazy shit back in the '60s. So I
But
don't
if it wasn't, his old man should have threw that one against the wall that night. Shacked that right off. Because he sure didn't build nothing.
I don't.
How's the grandkids, Barry? They come over and see you?
Imagine that, though. The guys think about that. Like,
Yeah.
You got to be a lonely motherfucker.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's one thing to be lonely, but to know everybody in your universe fucking hates you and knows what you are.
see, like me, if anything, I know that I got my family that'll back me. You know, my family's always going to be there. I can't imagine in my mind.
They wouldn't back you on that fucking
No,
Beamer shit.
none of that stuff. No,
Fuck, no.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. And nor would I condone it from anybody else in the
Right.
family. So I couldn't imagine doing that. And then what he's doing to that kid there, that's not even his kid. That he's got problems too. I mean, obviously, let's face it, the kid's fucked up.
Well, having that fucking thing raise you, what do you think?
Well, that's not what raised
Not that
him.
it's his son. Well,
That's
I mean,
not
he got
what
him when he
raised
was
him.
like 12
But
or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Barry, I don't know. I just want to
yeah,
know:
I
are
know.
you gonna keep doing PlayStation?
Yeah, come
'Cause
on,
if
Barry.
that's
Take
what we're
that
gonna
challenge.
do,
That's just a game, Barry. That's just a
let's
fucking
do
game.
that.
We're not
Yeah,
threatening
let's
to-
do a 1v1.
not asking for a fight or anything like that.
Yeah,
Just
on the
play a
video game.
Play
Let's do a
fucking video game.
1v1 for YouTube.
See what happens.
And if you wanna, I'll even play by your rules. We'll just play with Avengers and tanks. We won't even do really PvP. We'll just play with that shit.
What the fuck is PvP?
It's
Huh?
It's 1-on-1.
Oh.
I will fuck him up with that game, guys, and he already knows that because I've already done it once.
Boy, they fucked me up
I
on that
went
one.
nuts
I don't know
that
nothing
night.
about the
That's
game.
when the shit went south, and they fucking
I
blocked
take
me.
it when it says wasted, you're dead.
Oh,
Barry was dead a lot.
Barry does a lot of teleporting,
Yeah.
but anyway.
That's running, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's all
Coward.
he does. Look at what he does.
He's a
in the-
fucking coward.
Did you guys see him in that video from Poor Man? Did you see him pulling his phone out trying to teleport and getting blown up?
Forgot about.
He's just a bitch.
I forgot that he's a fucking animal abuser too, and a woman
Oh,
abuser.
animals. Oh,
Yeah.
why'd you have to say
Well,
that?
yeah, you got to bring
It's
all the good
disgusting.
points out. Your words gold, Barry. Fuck you.
Yeah. Guys, go check out
Motherfucker.
Poor Man's Speed Shop. All the
Yeah.
extras and drama. Austin, I hope your tooth's feeling better. I've got similar problems. I've had some tooth pain myself, man. And then I'll tell you
A
right
couple
now.
days ago, it was funny.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't funny.
My shit didn't swell out like that, but yeah, there is nothing worse than toothache. Fast Egg 89, Lipstick Garage, Steel Scrapper Kingdom. Barry, come on, just let us know.